This is the best possible start to Fallout 2. You may be wondering, why am I making a guide for such an old game? And I'm going to tell you, Fallout 2 is the best Fallout game. No, it's not three-dimensional like in Fallout 3 and 4, but story-wise and gameplay-wise, it is my favorite Fallout. I think it's the best Fallout game ever, and it's very easy to get this game. It is currently free on Epic's Game Store. Completely free game otherwise. You can buy it on Steam or Gift of Games for $10. Or, you know, other methods, of course. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, before we play, let me just tell you to go to options here, go to games, preferences, and everything on the screen here is something that you should absolutely toggle on. Now, if you're one of those sticklers about game difficulty, just note it affects your percent chance to succeed and so on and so forth. Once you get started, you can always adjust this later. It's not locked in when you make a new character, but you definitely want target highlighting on. You always want to be running combat speed fastest, and you need to turn on the player affected speed. So if you know it's on, is when this little X here is bright red and lit up. Now let's get into character creation. When you click new game, you're going to have preset characters. Just click create character down here at the bottom, and let me just go over the stats and why you'd want these stats. So the reason why you only want 4 strength is because you're going to get a +4 from armor, a +1 from perks, and that puts you at 10. So, or puts you at 9, and then there's another mod chip you can get for a +1. So this maxes out your strength. Perception is 8 because, again, you have +1 from perk and from mod chip. Endurance is a dump stat. So what you need to do first is give yourself the traits small frame and gifted. And you may be thinking, but I like carry weight. Well, too bad. You're going to have 10 strength anyway, and you're going to have party members and a car with a trunk. You can store plenty of items, so pick small frame and pick gifted. That's going to change your stats. So these are the stats after picking gifted, okay? So perception 9, endurance, hold on here. Yes, okay. So there we go. So perception 8, endurance 5, charisma 7, because we're going to get 10 charisma. And the reason why you want 10 charisma, it makes it easier to talk to people, but also party members. Intelligence 8, there we go, and agility 9. And again, if you're playing on there's like a newer version that's a fan-made version, the Restoration Project, you would technically go agility 8 and endurance 6. But I'm not playing on that. I don't like the fan-made projects. I don't care about it. I'm playing on just the standard 1.02 patch. So there we go. And so, with that said, now, this is my recommendation for tags. I say big guns, energy weapons, and speech, but you can really do whatever you want. Early on, outdoorsman is super useful, and then it becomes useless. Big guns and energy weapons are your lowest percentile to learn, so I just like putting those in because we're going to be using these the entire game. We're not even going to be using small guns at all, so that's useless. We're not going to be punching, we're not going to be using melee weapons. And a lot of these small guns, unarmed and melee weapons, you have magazines, you have trainers, you don't need them. Throwing weapons, their damage sucks. First aid and doctor. Doctor is almost always better than first aid in every regard. Sneaking and lockpicking, we can level these up without tagging them just fine. And they're already kind of high due to our agility anyway, and perception. Stealing is, again, like, it's totally fine. Now, here's the thing, like, speech, just having a high speech makes the game easier, but almost all of this can be save scummed. I'm tagging speech because when you tag speech, it makes a few of the checks early on super easy. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It just makes the early game easier. We can have a party member be our repair guy. We don't really need science at all for anything, ever. We don't need gambling at all for anything, and we don't need barter. Like, leveling up barter sucks. There's no reason, especially when we're charisma 10. Now, I want to talk about a few more things, too, and that is your age does not matter. For the sake of, well, being a YouTuber, I'm setting the age to 18. Now, your gender here, you definitely can pick whatever you want. However, I'm going to tell you that the dialogue in the game and the overall story progression is much more interesting as a female. Now, if you have this weird insecurity about playing as a girl or whatever, it's a 2D pixelated old-ass game. There's no booba, there's no fat asses, okay? So, who cares? It's the dialogue that makes this worthwhile. The dialogue is so much better, from the random encounters to the characters to the storyline. And, you know, that Fallout show that came out recently, main character's a girl. So, just, I'm picking female, but you can pick whatever you want. And then, of course, in the top left box, you would pick your character name. So I'm picking Swole Benji. You can also change the options here. So there you go. And we are ready to start the game. So starting off, we are at the Temple of Trials. Now, we don't have a lot of strength, but we can still use this melee weapon. I'm going to tell you right now, just do the very bare minimum. Don't worry about min-maxing this zone at all. You don't need to kill every enemy and loot everything. A lot of it is completely useless to what we're going to be doing. So just run through the temple as quick as possible. And don't worry about getting hurt. You can heal afterwards. Now, just a quick combat tip is what you can do is you can enter sneak mode, hold shift, and that lets you walk. And you can get very close to these ants sometimes and then attack them. But they did detect me there because I didn't have stealth tagged. But yeah, just kill the ants and don't worry about taking too many hits because I'm going to give you the shortcuts. In the top left of the first room is a door. You'll have to lockpick it. You can do this by pushing 2 on your keyboard, or you can click this button and then click lockpick. It's fine. It's a very easy door to pick, but that's how you open this door. And yeah, just continue through the temple. This is a trap room, but none of the traps are very lethal. So again, just running through it. Don't need to go to the scorpion room. We can just hug left here. You will have to fight a few of these ants, though. Now, if you're having trouble with the ants, you can just kick them rather than stab them. After you've killed the ants, kind of in this little pit area, there is a plastic explosive that you'll go ahead and loot from this jar, running up to this door in the top left. There's a few ways to do this. You can just equip it and set it to 10 seconds. That's a safe way. Or you can do it like this by holding left click, hit the use button. There we go. Hold left click and then drop it. And the timer is going while you're in these menus. So just keep that in mind and then just run away, wait for the explosion to happen. That will open the doorway. Now in the final room, you're just going to go up and to the left, and then you're going to encounter Cameron, a fellow tribesman. And there's a few ways past this. I'm going to go ahead and make a safety save. There we go. And the quickest way is to just stand kind of behind him. And you're going to say, I think I need a moment to prepare for this. There we go. And again, this is worth more XP, so that's why we're doing it this way. So, unlike other games where you need to be sneaking to steal, this game has no such system. So, I'm just going to try to steal the key from him. There we go. Yoink the key. I have successfully stolen the key. He didn't aggro me. We got 10 XP for that. And then we're going to left-click on the door, go to our inventory, and then use the key. That unlocks the door, and then we're just going to open the door. He is completely oblivious, and then we just leave. And that is the way through the Temple of Trials. After the temple, you'll spawn into town. There's really not too much to do. First thing, we're going to go to this well here. We're going to use the repair skill on it. And there we go. And that is 100 XP. Simple as. Then we're going to run to the right side of the screen. There is a skull face, little bald head thing here. Talk to this guy. Say pretty well, what can you help me with? What can you teach me? Okay, so that burns a day of game time. But now we have more unarmed combat skills. Then run into this tent here, then talk to this guy. He's going to help you with your melee weapon combat skills. There we go. So that's done. Pretty simple. Run to the left. This is where we spawned in. So here's the well. You're going to go kind of north of the well to this tent, and we're going to have our first talking head character. There we go. So I've come to say goodbye. Sure, what do you need? And then you want to be like, I'd be honored, Only One. And then goodbye. There we go. If you're wounded, talk to him again. I'm hurt. Can you heal me? So you want to be topped up. Alright, you are wise and kind. There we go. You don't want any negative karma. That way you can get healed when you decide to actually start playing the game. But we're going to be leaving the village right away. So to leave town, we're just going to run to the bottom right screen here to this little green exit grid. There we go. And then we're going to continue to cross the bridge going down and to the right. Alright, and then this little colored grid means that we're exiting the map. So there we go. Now that we have exited the map, we are going to we're just going to be traveling south. And I want to give you a tip. Whenever there is a lightning bolt, push your 1 button and you will enter stealth before the map loads. And this can really save you from random encounters. But every 2 or 3 squares, what I want you to do is just go into the map itself, assuming it's not a random encounter. Run towards the exit grid here. This is going to save you a lot of time. And we're going to save the game. And we're going to be traveling through some very high level zones to get some early equipment and XP. So you're going to continue to travel all the way south until you hit the coast. Now, around this point, you're going to be getting a whole lot of really instant kill random encounters. So here's Arroyo. We went all the way down. We're almost to the coast, but just keep going. Go maybe 1 square at a time and save your game. I'm going to try for 2 squares at a time here. And this is where outdoorsmen would come in handy. Okay, so I push 1 for stealth. I am now in stealth, but it's too late. The Enclave killed me. So, again, you have to rinse and repeat until you just get through this. It sucks, but this is part of the strategy, so don't think that you're doing anything wrong. You simply just... Okay, there's another encounter. And this time, I managed to enter stealth, and some rad scorpions are attacking the hermit, so... I can actually just go in here and in the encounter and then sneak back out. There we go. And then maybe sneak past these scorpions. Which it looks like, no, the hermit's not fighting the scorpions anymore. So anyway, just continue south until you hit the coast. So now that we've hit the coast, we can't go downwards anymore. And yes, my game is glitchy a little bit. But we're going to, counting this square... Go to the right 8 squares. So this is square 1. This is square 2. This one will be square 3 if we make it. Let's see if we make it. And we're going to stomp on the 8th square. And there we go. Glitches aside, we are on the 8th square. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once you're on the 8th square, you're going to go south until you see a green circled town. And we have some llamaus here trying to get me. But I did enter sneak mode on the load screen, so I'm going to try to sneak away. And my sneak failed, so we're going to turn it back on. And sneak failed, so we're going to turn that back on. And try to exit combat. So we've exited combat, re-entered combat because sneak failed. Turn sneak on, walk a little bit. Turn sneak on, walk 1 more tile. And then try to exit combat, and there we go. So that's how you had to get away from the llamaus. Or the aliens. So, easy encounter to run from. Gonna go down a few more, make a safety save, and I'll see you there. Now, you're gonna encounter this cutscene with Frank Horrigan spoilers. Alright, you always see this. This always happens. There's no getting around this. No, you can't interact. You can't fight. There's nothing to do. But yeah, just enjoy the cutscene, and don't join the Enclave on Star Citizen, guys. Now, this area is San Francisco. Sorry for the glitchiness, but yeah, this circle right here, just get to this circle. You're going to encounter a bunch of gang-on-gang fights, which you are not a hostile entity and they won't attack you. You can loot them, but you don't need to. It's just kind of a waste of time. So just make your way to town as soon as you can, and I'm making a safety save just in case I get a really bad, unlucky encounter. I'll see you in the town. After a perilous journey, you've made it to San Francisco. It's time to save your game, make a safety save. There's a lot to do here. Not too much to do, at least not yet. First things first, let's get some money. So run to this building right here and look for a doorway. There's the door. Go ahead and pop that bad boy open. There we go. And then go ahead and just try to use the tables. This will initiate a dialogue. We're going to use the table and then just say bye, whatever. And then use this table, which I like to run to it and then use it because it's faster. And then say bye. Alright, so now that we've done that, this is the shopkeeper. Stand behind him, or rather line of sight from the guard. It really depends on how you want to play this. And make your safety save. There we go. And then we're just going to steal his money. Woo! Give me that monies. Yoinkers. And we successfully did it. And since we successfully did it, we're going to do yet another safety save. There we go. Then we're going to leave the shop and do it to another shopkeeper, which is this way. Just go all the way to the right through these buildings, and there's like a building kind of an reverse L shape. And we're going to tickle that doorway. There we go. Go ahead and just use the table here. That'll initiate dialogue. And then we're also going to use this table here. And I think maybe in a recent patch you don't have to do that anymore. But again, we're going to get near the vendor, which is this guy right here. Make a safety save. Always, always, always. Yes, yes, yes. And then yoink his money too, which he's got 6,000. Look at that. And success. Easy money. Now return to the original shopkeeper, and we're going to be buying his skill books. That's right. We're just going to grab all the books he's got. This is medical, technical. I forget what this one is. No, that's technical. This one is electronics, and then this one is chemistry. So there we go. We don't need any ammo or guns yet or anything of the sort or healing items. But, you know, we're just going to give him the old, let's see, 5,824. There we go. And I just typed that in with numpad. And you can actually offer a bit less due to bartering and still get it, but I don't really care to do that. And there we go. We got the skill books. Now, of course, after buying the skill books, we're going to then do the safety save once again. Of course, you know the trick. And then we're going to be yoinking that money right back from them because we need that money back. And we got the money. Easy. All right. Now, with that said, you can sit here now and read all the books. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I don't want to toss it. Okay, so is that one not? Okay, well, this one here, the chemistry journal, wasn't learnable. So, oops. Can I not learn these? Hello, game? There we go. We're learning the first aid books. There we go. We learn new ways to heal injury. I guess this technical manual, also no use. So whatever. We kind of wasted our money there, but at least we can learn these books. Not a problem. It's been a long time since I've played. Okay, but there we go. We've got some skills, and now it's time to leave town and reset their inventories. So to do that, we're going to then just walk outside of town, and within the town's green circle, or just this square, really, we're going to walk for 4 days. So it is September 3rd. So that means we need to walk until it is September 7th. So again, we're just walking around on the world map. And don't worry, we have 13 full years until the game ends. So plenty of time, right? And then that is September 7th. There we go. We're going to re-enter the town. And then we're going to do the same thing over again to the vendors. So again, we're going to click on the tables to refresh his inventory, steal his money, go to the other vendor, steal his money, and we're just rinsing and repeating the same process, buying the skill books. The other guy, I believe, can also sell skill books, but I'm not entirely sure on that. So again, we're just going to repeat this for just a little bit so we get our skills up. Let's yoink his cash. Apparently, did his inventory not reset? Do we need one more day? No, maybe. Now, see, we have lockpicks here. We're going to get these for free, so don't buy anything like that. Okay, yeah, scout handbooks. We definitely want all those little scout handbooks. Very good. Don't need any jerky. Don't need the Brock flowers or anything. A lot of junk here this guy's got, but 1878. So 1878. And again, I'm just going to repeat this for a little bit. Also, save and get my money back. I'm going to skip ahead. Anyway, you don't have to go overboard with the skills. I just like boosting it up a bit. So you can see here I've got repair to 59, science to 52, outdoorsman to 60, first aid to 81. And the more you learn these, the less useful the books will become. But it's just nice to have it early and now. So once you're ready to proceed, you'll go left from the entrance down here to this guy. Then just talk to him and then answer some questions. And then, let's see, who are you guys? Okay, what is that you do? You said at one time, what about now? More, sounds interesting. What have you learned? Before we go, anything more? I guess you want me to infiltrate this base? More. And then say, what the hell, I must be crazy, but I'll do it. All right, and then you can ask him, how do you go about doing this? And then you go, all right, yeah, I'll see you. And there you go. So now what that did is it put Navarro on the map, which is that annoying enclave base, kind of, sort of, that we kept getting killed from while we traveled. So now we can just mosey on up there and steal their stuff. Go ahead and make a safety save, of course. But you'll notice now that when we go all the way up here, there is Navarro. So you're just going to head right back here, save scumming as you did before. Also, just a random tidbit, at some point from stealing the money from the shopkeepers, you'll probably have leveled up, which will give you some skill points. Now, if you don't open this menu at all, when you get more intelligence, it will then calculate the intelligence to skill point gain, giving you a little bit more. So it's actually not a good idea to open this panel at all until after we've increased our intelligence by a little bit. But if you did, it's not a game breaker. Now, before you go into Navarro, I recommend that you make a safety save right outside of the town, which I didn't mean to click there, but right outside of it, just go ahead and run to the exit grid and make a safety save, because you will be having a dialogue speech check as soon as you go into it. So here we go, safety save. And there we go. So now that when we enter Navarro, we're going to go ahead and enter it now. There is a guy in a robe that's going to talk to us immediately. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, ever hear of the Enclave? Are they around here? I want to join. And this is a speech check. So you say, join up. You're a tribal. What makes you think you want a tribal? I'm serious. I'm looking to join the Enclave. Wait a minute. Are you trying to say you're one of the Enclave replacements? So if you read this, you succeeded. Say that's right, and then thanks, and then you'll collect 1,500 XP. If not, he'll say he'll give you some roundabout excuse, and you'll have to load game. You can talk to him and try the dialogue again. It'll never work. So just load your game until you succeed. And when you succeed, run away from this guy up kind of northwest a little bit along this stone path. Go ahead and make a safety save because there are mines that you cannot detect. With perception 10 and high trap skill, you can never see the mines. So just run along this little stone path here. And now that we have the password, we can go to this next area right up top here. So we're going to go, and then we're going to meet another talking head.
This is federal property. No admittance without proper authorization.
And you're going to say, I'm a new recruit. I was told they'd be expecting me. Then you give them the password, sheep's head, and then okay. And that's going to allow you into the base, and at this point, again, make a separate safety save, because this zone can glitch, and we're going to call it Enclave. Alright, there we go, and onwards. Alright, so let me show you the quick and dirty on how to get in and out of this place with as much XP and loot as possible. We're going to run straight northwest here, past everything. Do not talk to anybody yet. We are not technically in uniform, and if you talk to certain characters, it makes the rest of this area very difficult. We're going to run into this little building, go to the first floor, and once the game loads us down there, takes a bit, it is an elevator. We're going to take this lefternmost door from our perspective, not the characters. Go through this door, and in this locker right here, I believe, is the power armor. Now, this is the second best armor in the game. We're also going to get rid of this key because we don't need that key anymore, and put on the power armor. And right now, our total carry capacity is 95 pounds, and now it's 195 pounds. And that is pounds, not kilograms. This is an American game. Then we're going to loot the lockers here. Now, I like the plastic explosives. Let's take that. And not everything has stuff in it. We're going to take this blue memory module. That's going to give us +1 intelligence later. I believe it's intelligence, pretty sure. This one is, we're going to take these microfusion cells, because that is ammo for a weapon we're about to get. This locker should be empty. I believe this is an empty one. Yes, it is. I'm going to unequip the spear, and we're just going to stash it in the locker. We're never going to use the spear. Don't need any of this stuff. And finally, we have ourselves a plasma rifle. So we're going to equip that, but not in our active slot, because that does slow down animations. Once we have all of this, let's do a safety save, because safety saving is very important, as we have messed nothing up. We're going to go back up to the ground level now, and there's a few people we got to talk to. So we're going to run down here, and this very first building southeast of where the elevator is, there's a scientist inside, and I'm not entirely sure if you have to talk to this guy, but my playthroughs always work when I do it. So I'm just going to mash 1, which picks the first option until there's nothing left to pick. Then I'm going to pick the second option here, and that's it. So we've exhausted that person's dialogue. Now I'm going to run south into this building, and this is, I believe, the mess hall, kind of where the soldiers go to eat or whatever. And we're going to go through the door. There we go. Talk to the cook down here in this room. Do the first option, and then just mash through all these options. There we go. Then mash through the second option, and then the third option. All right, and then that's it. We can't talk to them anymore. Now we're going to run back to the top right here, top right side, into this big old building, and talk to this person at the back. Go ahead and talk to them. Say, I need to ask you something. Let's see. I was told by a tech that I could find the vertibird plan, so the third option, and then say, yeah, that's the guy, and then he's going to go and let us have those plans. So we're going to open this middle locker and yoink the plans. There we go. That's 3,500 XP. Now, we're not done in this room, but for now we are, because we can't loot anything safely since he will get onto us, and I don't want to have to sneak save to loot everything. It's just faster to do it this way. We're going to run over now to this guy, who speaks in third person, weirdly enough. We're We're going to say, Rawl, Quincy wants to see you. And then say, Quincy said you were an asshole. And then you wouldn't have the balls to report to him. Well, not really why. Sure, Rawl, I'll do it for you, but not just anybody. Okay. And that's going to send him off. Now, we're going to loot this room, and you don't have to loot the tool wall thingies. Let me show you. These are always empty. They're just empty, the tool wall thingies. But you do want to loot the cabinets. All right, we're going to loot the ammo. We're going to get the crowbar to open stuff later with. Crowbars can open certain locked lockers. We're going to grab the book. We're going to search the locker. Grab this book. There we go. And, oh, I forgot to search this locker over here, too. This is important because we have the K9 motivator motor, which is going to get us our first party member. And then we're going to search these cabinets, grab the lock-picking set there. There's a regular motor. We don't need that, as far as I know, as far as I remember. Nothing in this locker. Now, we're going to run over to this little fun shindig. And this is the guy that's, you know, he's kind of pissed off. He's going to talk to Quincy here, and they're gonna have a little fisticuffs. So I'm just going to safety save just because I like to do lots of safety saves. There we go. And when their dialogue begins, we start looting. So they're talking. Let's go ahead and pop this locker open. There we go. Don't need that armor. Go ahead and walk around these guys. Loot to the cabinet here. Get the book. There's nothing on the tool thingies again, so don't worry about that. Loot this cabinet here. And there's another skill book. And this is the electronic lockpick. So we have the lockpicks for the rest of the game. Nothing good in there. And nothing good in this one, I believe. Yeah, so we're good. So this guy gets knocked out. You can yoink his gun by stealing it. But it sucks, so there's really no point. Afterwards, we're going to go back down into the first level floor here. There we go. And now we're going to go straight and down and to the right through this door. Then we're going to go through this door here. And we're going to talk to the scientist in this room, the leftmost scientist guy. Here we go. What is this place? What do you do here? Can I use the system? I promise not to break it. And then he gives you the password Snooky. Yes, that's cute. Now you're going to talk to the computer here, and you have the password Snooky. We're going to enter the Snooky, and then we're just going to exhaust all the dialogue. There we go. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Cool. Now we're going to enter the leftmost room here. There we go. And then talk to this scientist guy and exhaust all his dialogue. There we go. I'm just mashing 1. And that's basically it. Now when that door shuts, we're then going to switch to our weapon and kill him. This is a soundproof room, by the way. So, and he's going to run away because I didn't kill him in 1 hit. That's fine. He's going to run away. He's going to scream for help. No one can hear us. That's a soundproof room. That's the whole point. I actually missed here, but that's fine. He's going to try to open the door, but we should kill him here. It's fine. I keep missing. My game crashed. Oh, boy. By the way, I forgot to mention, if this guy doesn't tell you the password, just keep talking to him, and you'll redo the speech check over and over and over again, and that will allow you to get the password to use that computer. Now, this time I'm going to make a safety save so my game doesn't crash. And repeat the same thing, get the dialogue, blah, 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 just smashing 1, there we go. And then now we will kill him once again, so die. Make sure this door is shut, by the way. Make sure that door is absolutely shut. If it's open, they can hear you shoot this guy. Which I should be able to shoot him, 62%, let's go. Boom, he's dead, okay, cool. Alright, now sometimes you can't leave combat, but eventually you'll be able to leave combat. He doesn't have any loot on him, unfortunately. But in this desk here, he does have a blue key card, which we're going to go ahead and yoink. Get 1,000 XP for killing that doctor, that's why we kill him. We talk to this little dog here, and we're just going to exhaust his dialogue. I like pushing number 2 because it's nicer. Hey, sure you look like a nice enough dog. Alright. Then you can talk to him again, and again, every time I have to pull the gun out, put the gun away. Got it right here. Okay, calm down. So I'm going to switch off the weapon because I don't really need it. There we go. And then you're going to use the repair skill on the doggo, and it may take a few tries, especially if you didn't do the skill books that I suggested earlier. But you have infinite tries, so just keep trying it. Eventually, there we go. We got the dog. He is now a party member. You can change his distance, stay close, whatever. He can't use equipment. He's a dog. That's another 3,500 XP. Alright, now the next step is we're going to go into this room. Don't talk to the guard, just walk past her. And then open the door, and then say, Doc wants me to kill the critter, thanks. And then, there we go, reopen that door once again. Now, you're going to talk to this Deathclaw here, who is an intelligent Deathclaw, and you say, no, I am here to rescue you. I'm really here to rescue you. Sure, I'll do it. Alright. Then, you're going to hold left click on the door, Go to your item pouch and use the blue key card, and that will free the Death Claw. Awesome stuff. That's 1,500 XP. Now, if you really want, you could also just kill the Death Claw here, but who cares? Only like 500. It's only worth like 500. Now I'm going to run up to this hallway, make a safety save because we can fail a speech check here, and we're going to run towards this guard, and it's going to be like, what is your business here? What is this place? I have business with the commander. We got a call from base security. This is the speech check. So let's see if we succeed. Let me see your orders. Okay, so I failed. So now we load game. And we do that all over again. And you just keep doing that until you succeed. It's pretty easy check, but I failed it there. What is this place? I have business. Okay, so again, that's 2 fails. Normally it doesn't take this long. It's pretty rare to fail it, but let's go ahead and try again. What is this place? I didn't click that properly. Business with the commander. Let me see your orders. Wow. Anyway, it keeps failing. I'm just going to cut to when I succeed. So this is what the success looks like. It says speaking. Okay, glitch. Go away, glitch. Jeez, game. Come on. I know you're old. Commander, security details is here. Main base wants to talk to the passkey secured. Pause. Yes, sir. Looking at you. Go on in. Thanks. So once you do that, you simply open the door. And then there is a locker right here. You go ahead and open that. You get the key fob right here. That's going to give you another chunk of XP there, which the game randomly like loads. It was supposed to give me a chunk of XP. There it is, 3,500 XP. Don't talk to the commander or anything. And with that, you are essentially mostly completely done with Navarro for now. You'll want to come back here and kill everybody when you're higher leveled and have party members and better combat skills. But let me show you my preferred way to just escape out of here. Is we're going to reopen this door with the key card once again. There we go. Alright, so we have, hello game. I guess it like relocked for some reason because of loading the game. But anyway, we're just going to run down this hallway. And again, this is the quicker way to get out. So, run through here. Alright, and we are outsies. There we go. Now, I like to safety save here because there are mines. Okay. And, yeah, let's just get our butts out of here. Which, that is the way. That is a way. We can also go this way. And at this point, if you want, remember, there's mines, so careful. Oh, boy. Now, at this point, you could just kill Klamath. If you kill him in one hit, he doesn't radio for backup or anything. So, again, this is just some bonus XP if you want. Now, once you're done, you're going to, again, safety save and head back to San Francisco. So we're going to be going all the way back down, and you're still going to get Enclave patrols. They will still kill you, so save often. Now, once you're back in San Francisco, again, check the vendors. Oh my god, look at this glitch. Check the vendors, and you want to start buying this ammo right here. It looks like this is 223 Full Metal Jacket. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And yeah, it's a little expensive, but remember, you can always steal the money back. So there we go, 8767, and offer. There we go. And then, of course, we're just going to, you know, save scum it so that we can steal our money back. No problemo. So everything in this game is essentially free. Woo! Around this time, you'll probably get a vision from the village elder. Don't worry, you still have plenty of time to save those guys if you even want to. So don't let it spook you. It's everything's good. So at this point, we need to spend some of our level ups, otherwise we're going to lose our skill points. Now, as a first choice, I really like awareness. If you've played this game in your experience, you can get by without it, but it lets you check health of your party members, enemies. I love it. I always get it every single time. And you may be wondering, but we're level 6, we should get 2 perks, and that's fine. Just click done, and then reopen it again. Now, if you're on an older patch of the game, you just lost a perk point, so sorry about that. But for the second one, now, I'm making a burst damage build with machine guns, so I like bonus range damage. More criticals is also really, really good, especially when they start stacking up. So I also like quick pockets for reloading, healing, you know, inventory management. Bonus move is also really, really good for shooting and then running and taking cover. For now, I'm taking bonus move, at least 2 of these. I love bonus move. I think it's just a really good one. Now, this is what I was talking about. You want to spend those skill points. And so I'm going to be spending it on energy weapons up to 100%. There we go. Just go ahead and pump that bad boy up. All right. And then I'm going to pump the rest into big guns for now. well, a little bit into big guns. I do want some lock picking at least, you know, maybe about 60-70%. We'll push it to 70% lockpick. There we go. And that's going to make the game pretty simple and easy. Now, we're going to talk to this NPC here and tell him, I've got the vertibird plans. There we go, you're welcome. And that's 20,000 XP, which is going to put us at level 8 with even more skill points to spend. So I'm going to dump those into big guns. There we go. So that's 100% on big guns. And I'm just going to crank speech up to about 75 there-ish. Let's go with 77. Let's go, yeah, just crank it into speech. And there we go, we're all set. So with that said, we can now enter this super cool base because we did his quest. He's going to let us in. And there's a lot of loot down here. There's a lot of cool stuff down here. We're just going to take the elevator. I guess we have to open the door, of course. Why would they leave the door shut? Alright, go ahead and go down. And there is another power armor down here, which you should take so you can give it to your future party members. There is a computer here that you can use those mod chips on, and we're going to go do that right now, actually. And it does eat a week of game time, and like I said, you're going to get a vision from the village elder. Don't worry about it. You still got plenty of time to save those guys. But I will end up doing just a little safety save here. There we go. Alright, let's talk to the computer. Hello, computer. And yes, I hate putting my gun away animation. Let's see. Are you in need of medical assistance? Yes. And then go, I'd like to be smarter, because I have the chip for that. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I have. Let's see. Okay, maybe I don't. I have the blue one. I forget which one the blue one is. It's one of these. No, it's charisma, I think. Actually, yes. So, I'd like to be more charismatic, and yes, I have it right here. There we go. Yes, I agree. It takes 3 weeks, and so we're going to be checking the shops. There we go. Alright, now we have a permanent +1 to our charisma score. And this lets us have up to 4 party members at the moment. So we have the Robo dog. That's one. We're about to go get 2 more, and then the 4th one is whatever you want to do. And again, before you leave, loot these lockers. This is where the good stuff is. We have a pulse pistol there, which we don't care about. Now this here, the YK-42B pulse rifle, is going to replace our main weapon that we're currently using. Let's grab that ammo. Let's grab some heals as well. And so this weapon is going to be right in that slot. And I like to have a plasma rifle for party members. A lot of people don't, but you can hold on to it if you want. If not, it's whatever. It might be too heavy to carry at this point in the game. But we have a power armor here and a brotherhood armor, so this is just a better combat armor. So you can take both of these if you want, but the power armor is pretty hefty, so I had to put the gun away there for that. And you might have to stash some ammo or other quest items if you want. But yeah. So let's see if I can hold both. I can't at the moment, and that's fine. We're going to get more strength later, and once we have human party members, they can carry stuff for us. Once we have a car trunk, they can carry stuff for us as well. Now, once you're done with the town, we're going to be leaving, and we're going to be going, well, right over here to this square, and then from here, we're going to be going straight up to where the game initially started, kind of, sort of. So we're going to keep going up. And here's Klamath, and then it's the den. It's like right in here somewhere. If you just go straight up, you'll discover it just fine. But we're going to go to the den and then Klamath next. So by going directly north, you can get a special encounter called the Cafe of Broken Dreams. If you do, all you have to do is take your armor off, which the game, you know, doesn't really want you to do since you're over encumbered. But you can talk to Dogmeat when you have no armor on. And you can recruit them. So now we have 2 doggos. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Yep. And if you get this dialogue, that means that you got them recruited. So there you go. It's a random encounter, so you can load game and keep trying if you really want Dogmeat. He is the strongest dog companion in the game. Not the most armored. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that's how you get him. Pretty simple. So once you arrive at the den, which is just southeast of Klamath, you're going to go ahead and go in. And I've already went in once, so this is what it looks like. We're going to just run to the right side of the screen. Avoid walking too close to the kids, because they will pickpocket you, and we don't want to lose any money and stuff. We're going to take this first little green area here. There we go. And now we're going to run again completely to the right here. And we're going to do a little action hero stuff, which I'm going to actually line of sight these 2 guys, because if I click on them, you see that they are called a slaver. And so now we're going to safety save, and we're going to commit a little murder and kill the slavers. So I'm just going to go ahead and blast them. There we go. They should be one-shottable. They're not very strong. And remember, we're way overpowered at this point. And let's go ahead and end my turn. These guys are going to aggro. The whole town won't aggro. It's just the slavers. So there we go. Go ahead and just take them all out. And there we are. And again, make sure you go in and you just kill all the slavers. Just murder them all. Their loot sucks, but hey, it's free XP. Once every single slaver is dead, speak to any of the characters in here and simply, well, if the game will let me click on them, there we go. You are free to go. Metzger's dead. You're welcome. Now get out of here. There you go. And that's 1,250 XP. Very neat. So, I don't think it's repeatable anymore. Yeah, it's not. Anyway, look at him run. So now, in this room is Vic. So we're going to go in here now and let him know that, well, the slavers are also dead. And the door is locked, but we have a lock-picking kit, so there we go. You can also just, it's a wooden door, you can bash it open if you have a melee weapon, which is fine. There we go. Door's unlocked now, and I hate that I have to keep putting this weapon, pulling it in and out, so let's fix that. Swap to our unarmed, and then talk to Vic. And then come with me, I could use a hand. Great, let's go. All right. And then you can give them some equipment, so you can go to trade here. Give them your power armor. There it is. Ta-da. And then have them put that stuff on combat control. And use best armor. Alright. So now he is super tanky. We'll set him to aggressive. And yeah. There you go. Now we have Vic. He has like 100-something% repair skill, which we're going to use to repair a generator in just a little bit. For my 9th level, I'm picking another level of bonus move. And oh my goodness, look at the glitchiness. I'm so sorry about that. It's because I'm not playing in full screen mode. Yeah, bonus move, 2 of those. This lets you shoot and take cover behind walls or doorways. It lets you run from random encounters better. I just love bonus move so much, but you can pick whatever you want. Alright, with that, and I know that Vic here doesn't have a weapon, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and head on over to Klamath now, and I'll see you there. Once you're in Klamath, there's a few things that we can do here. And we're just going to go ahead and get Sulik immediately. And yes, I know there's other ways to get him. I know there's free ways to get him. But we're going to talk to this guy in this room here. And what are you doing here? You have to pay for damages. Here's the 350 bucks. That'd be great. There we go. So now we have Sulik as a party member. And you get 500 XP for that. That's super simple. Now we're going to talk to this lady. Click Smiley, a quest. I'd like to help. I'll do what I can. And let's see. There we go. That's it. Don't need anything else. Goodbye. And now we're ready to leave the town, kinda, sort of. You can tell your party members to chill here if you want. I generally don't, but I'm going to go ahead and just make a safety save just in case. And then as soon as we leave town, we have a new part of the map called the Toxic Caves. So we're just going to travel right up in there. No random encounters, hopefully. Let's go. There we go, we made it all in one trip. Now, immediately we get put into combat by a gecko, but these things are absolutely easy as hell to kill, and you're just gonna walk your way east through the cave, killing the geckos, and climb down this little hole, this little manhole right here. I'll see you there. Now, once you've gone down the manhole, you just simply proceed to the east. I like to just cut through the middle. There's more geckos in the middle, but, I mean, it's just more XP, more early XP. You might as well. No real reason to go around, and we're going to this room right here where this guy is. Now, when you get to this part, do not talk to this NPC yet. And, just kind of let your companions run through the green ooze. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to tell your companions, except for Vic here, to wait. But first, I'm going to open this door. Also, we got Dogmeat's got to walk through the ooze next. There we go. And now, when you use your repair skill on this generator, Vic will say, I got it. And he kind of gets stuck sometimes, so you have to kind of spam it. But he'll run over and do it. And he has a repair skill of 100 plus. And he's going to fail a few times, so just keep trying. You have infinite tries. He'll eventually get it repaired. There we go. That's, what, 5 failures in a row at 100%. That's why we brought him along. So, repair to the generator. You repair the generator and start it up. Alright, so, at this point, we're still not talking to this NPC yet. But you're going to go to the store, go to your bag, and use your electronic lockpick And this also might take a few tries, but it looks like I got it on the first try there. Now you're going to talk to your companions, and you need to tell them to wait in this area, all of them, alright? So, again, just talk to every single companion, including Vic, and tell them to wait. Then make a safety save once you've had all your companions set to stay. You don't want them to follow you down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to step on the elevator. We're going to push this one button and hold the A button on our keyboard. So I'm holding the A button. That should immediately throw me into combat. So there we go. And I'm going to activate sneak and just walk over this way and see if I can end combat. There we go. So there's this enemy right here. This is a really tough security bot fight. He shoots rockets, which will splash, dealing tons of damage. Even though we're in power armor, it would basically kill our allies. Oh, here comes the bot. You see him moving? Yeah, he moves around sometimes. But we're going to go into this room, and there's a few things that we want to loot. And one thing that I actually forgot to do was mule some of the items over to our comrades, but that's fine. We can just go back upstairs and do it. But in this first locker, just some meds, who cares? We got another locker in here. And this is why we came to this area. Well, we have some ammo that I'm just going to go ahead and take because why not? But no, it's the lockers in here. We're getting basically one of our ultimate weapons. Alright? So yeah, we're getting the ultimate weapon before we start the game. We got some more ammo. We're going to go ahead and take this, of course, because we do use that. Let's see. We have, I think, 2 plasma laser pistols in this one. I forget. Yeah, so this is just pistols. You can give these to your allies or whatever. It's fine. But this is why I came. We have the Bozar, which I'm going to have to put some ammo in here for now. Grab the Bozar. We're going to go ahead and equip it. And you'll see that my weight encumbrance is it's getting up there. But we have 2 party members that can hold stuff for us. Also, in this locker, we do have the Combat Armor Mark II, which, again, I can't carry with me. But let's see, can I carry this ammo? No, I can maybe carry a little bit of this ammo. 150. Let's go. 200 shots. And then we're going to make sure that our Bozar is loaded, which it is. And now we're going to use the Bozar and burst down the boss. So I'm going to do a little safety save before we fight him. And there we go. And let's see how close I can get before combat initiates. Okay. There it goes. It's going to shoot rockets. Let's see if we get knocked down or knocked back. Looks like we didn't. And yeah, it's game's a little glitchy. But yeah, so let's just get close. There we go. And then burst them down. Alright, and that is a one-shot. So we bursted them for 888 damage. So yeah, if we used our other weapon, this particular enemy is weak to electrical damage, which is what our plasma, whatchamacallit rifle here does, the pulse rifle rather. It would take about 4 to 5 turns to kill the boss, but with the Bozar, we just one-shot him. And I do want to say, there's a fun glitch you can do with this boss, if you're really inclined. I don't know if it ever got patched, but what you do is you have to have better criticals as a perk, and then what you do is you shoot it in the eyes and hope for an insta-kill. It's like it's like 1 in 6, 1 in 7 chance or something if you crit. And if you get the insta-kill, you then get a party member on top of them, you punch them in the eyes, knock them out on top of this enemy, then loot your party member. There's an arrow button, you can toggle the bodies. Then you can loot the robot for its rocket launcher and its rockets. But it's much weaker than a regular rocket launcher, but has less AP to shoot. It's kind of interesting. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back upstairs and divvy up my ammo between my party members so I can free up some weight. And come back down, get that armor, give it to Sulik so that Sulik is armored. And he already has a sledgehammer. I have 2 dogs and a Sulik that knock enemies down and basically face tank. Now, obviously this party is not meant for a burst weapon, because if I burst enemies and they're in front of it, I have a chance to hit them, which is not good. So, again, this is not optimal party composition. This is just a fun way to be broken at the start of the game. That's the whole purpose of the video. Now, at this point, I give Sulik the power armor, so I'm gonna... damn glitch. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take the power armor back from Vic here. There we go, just... I can't carry that much. Oops. So let me just give them some ammo for now. We'll just go ahead and dump all of our ammo there, just like that. And I gave him the Combat Armor MK2. And the reason why I would prefer Sulik, I don't know what this red question mark is. The reason why I want Sulik to have it is because it gives him more strength, so he can just hit with the sledgehammer even harder. So combat control, and then use best armor. And I gave him the plasma pistol and some ammo too, so now he can shoot. He's not running around punching enemies. Also, don't forget to give your party members healing items so that if they get hurt and you don't have them set to berserker mode, they'll actually use a heal. Once you're done managing your party, go ahead and talk to, is this Smiley? I think that's his name. People call me Smiley, yes. And then, so you're here to rescue him, and then go ahead and talk to the dialogue. There we go. All right, and now you're free to leave. Just leave the way you came in, just exit to the left, and yeah, our power armor users won't be hurt by the slime anymore, and the dogs won't either. They'll be fine. They have very strong paws, I guess. Luckily, the NPC will leave your party, giving you 1,000 XP, so you don't have to worry about like a random encounter just blowing him the hell up or something like that. I always make the safety save. Head back to Klamath and talk to the lady in the building. There we go. And if you did this, you would technically get Sulik afterwards, but it's better just to get him now because he helps bash the geckos and stuff. Money is nothing to us. There we go. Smiley got lucky this time. Just telling him to be a bit more careful. And you don't need money, so just take the karma. There you go. Boom. Easy karma bonus. Alright, so you are basically set up to start playing the game. Not too much time has passed. No story elements are, forced. You're almost to level 10. And yes, I know, I'm aware my game likes to glitch out like that. But essentially, you have a very high amount of stats. And if you play the game perfectly, you can max out every single stat except endurance. But if you wanted to have maximum HP, that's just 2 perks if you're pushing to level 99, which I don't know anyone that would do that. You don't really need endurance. Like, it's 30 more HP after 30 levels or some crap if you maxed out versus if you don't. I forget exactly how much, but one thing to note is that going to that cave will make you radiated, but don't worry about that. It's minor radiation. And yes, every time I click off my window, it glitches. We have positive karma right now, so we are very well liked in the towns. If you want to do an evil playthrough, just start murdering people. There you go. It's pretty easy. The radiated will go away over time. You also have a free heal in San Francisco. You still have the free heal at Arroyo, the first little villager town. You have plenty of stats to be able to, land hits. 70% lockpick will get you through the whole game. Speech, I like to push that to 100%. It just makes it easier, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You have 4 party members, which is your current maximum. Once you get 2 more charisma, you get some shades, and you get the perk that will allow you to have a 5th party member. And yeah, they're geared, you're geared, you got plenty of ammo, you have plenty of money, you have all the tools you need to get anywhere and everywhere in the game. You're all set, and you can just enjoy Fallout 2. You can now, if you want, change your difficulty to rough mode if you so desire. But that's it. That's the guide. Thank you so much. Go check out Fallout 2 if you've never played it. Yes, this game looks old. It looks dated. It's over the top and stuff, but it's a very good game. You will absolutely enjoy it. The story is very rough, raw, and real, as is how the developers were back in the day. Very based lads. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and yes, I know this game is old. I know that there's like 10 million guides out on this game, but none are as efficient, snappy, and didn't have the same route that I have. I have looked everywhere to see if anyone else has routed the early game as I have, and they got close, but not as exact and as precise as me. So I am adding now to the Fallout 2 guides, I guess. But hey, if this video does really, really good in views, I'll make more Fallout 2 stuff, because I like the game. I like to make videos for games that I like. But essentially, the game is mostly for funsies solved. But funny thing, that glitch I was talking about with the robot to get its rocket launcher, there was no videos on that. There was even no web pages or wikis on that. So it's like, I know someone else out there figured this out. I know someone else out there tore this game engine apart when they were like 12 years old and figured this stuff out. I can't be the only one that knows this. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like before you go. And also, click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't click that video, then what's going to happen is 2 of your favorite grocery items that you normally buy week to week are going to raise in price to the point where you won't want to buy it anymore.